10 best and safest countries to live in the world in 2024. Who doesn't like safety as a number one priority of the country they live in? Well, here's a list of 10 best and safest countries, and last one is the safest country in every way possible. Switzerland. Switzerland, where safety meets the Swiss Alps, is not just about ranking 10th on the Global Peace Index. You might be wondering why it's not just safe, but one of the top spots to call home. Let me break it down for you. First off, picture this: a stable economy, a democratic government, and a low crime rate. It's like the trifecta of security. And then there's the golden ticket, Switzerland's timeless neutrality. No wars since 1815, keeping them far from the chaos that's shaken others. Now the gun talk? Yes, they've got one of the world's highest gun ownership rates, but here's the twist: tight regulations. That means you can sleep soundly knowing gun-related street crime and mass shootings are about as rare as a Swiss chocolate bar in the sun. Japan. Japan, where safety and the sweet life are a package deal. Ever wondered why it's not just safe, but one of the top spots to call home? Let's spill the tea. Crime? Forget about it. In 2019, Japan recorded a meager 2.3 murders per 100,000 folks, leaving the United States in the dust. Thanks to strict gun control, criminals find it tough to get their hands on firearms. Now, they don't play around with security. Japan's government has gone all in with CCTV cameras and metal detectors, giving miscreants second thoughts. But there's more to it than laws and gadgets. It's in their culture, where respect and peace reign supreme. It's not just a norm, it's a way of life that blankets the country in a cozy feeling of safety and order. Slovenia. Slovenia, where peace and the good life go hand in hand. You might be wondering why it's not just safe, but a top choice to lay down roots. Here's the lowdown. Crime? You won't find it much of it here. With a mere 1.4 homicides per 100,000 folks in 2020, Slovenia blows the global average of 6.2 out of the water. Petty crimes like theft and vandalism? Few and far between. Stability's the name of the game, thanks to a center-left government and Slovenia's membership in the European Union since 2004. Nestled among friendly neighbors like Austria, Hungary, Croatia, and Italy, you are miles away from any trouble spots. Portugal. Portugal, where tranquility meets the good life. You have probably heard that it's not just safe, but one of the top picks to hang your hat. So, where's their secret recipe for being the safest and finest? Let's start with the wealth scene. In Portugal, the income gap between the wealthiest and the poorest is refreshingly small. The top earners make just 7.5 times more than the lower end, which is quite the contrast to countries like the United States. Income inequality often dances with crime, so Portugal's fair distribution of wealth keeps the streets serene. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The rule of law in Portugal is like an unbreakable fortress. Property rights are as solid as a rock, and government corruption is a rare sighting. This stability not only discourages crime, but also nurtures economic growth. And let's not forget the neighborly love. Portugal had a peaceful rapport with its buddies for over 2 centuries, steering clear of major wars. Their commitment to diplomacy over force is like music to the ears. Singapore. Singapore, the gold standard for safety and the good life. You have probably heard the buzz about the impeccable safety record. But what makes it the cream of the crop? Well, buckle up because Singapore takes safety seriously. With crime rates lower than a limbo bar, thanks to their no-nonsense approach to law enforcement, the streets stay serene. They mean business with tough laws and penalties, sending a clear message to potential wrongdoers. Meet the crime-bustling heroes of the Singapore police force, efficient as a well-oiled machine. Their track record in keeping crime at bay is nothing short of impressive, making sure you can stroll the street without a worry. For those who dare cross the line, Singapore doesn't hold back on consequences. Punishments are strict, leaving no room for second thoughts. And when it comes to gun control, they've got it locked down tight, preventing gun violence in its tracks. But it's not just about laws, it's in their culture. Respect for authority and the law is woven into the city's fabric. Orderliness is the norm, from the streets to daily life. In a world full of choices, Singapore shines as the safest and finest place to call home. Safety, cleanliness, and a sense of serenity. That's the Singaporean way. Guys, if you're still here watching this video, then make sure to hit the like button. Austria. Austria? Your golden tickets to safety and the good life. You might have heard the whispers. It's consistently ranked as one of the world's safest and finest places to hang your hat. Now, let's dive into why it's the cream of the crop. Austria naps the 5th spot on the global safety chart, securing 3rd place within the European Union's 27. So, what's their secret sauce? Well, first off, their crime rate is so low you'll wonder where it's hiding. Violent crimes are a rare sight, and property crimes are like unicorns, hard to come by. It's a safe haven, alright? Now, let's talk about economics. A robust, stable economy translates to less crime, and that's precisely what Austria delivers. When people have a steady income, criminal activity takes a backseat. And last but not least, the Austrian government and political system are as sturdy as the Alps. That means a well-oiled machine running the country and a minimal hint of corruption. In the world of choices, Austria stands out as the safest and most inviting place to call home. Safety, prosperity, and a dash of alpine charm. What more you could ask for? New Zealand. New Zealand, where safety meets paradise. Where safety meets paradise. Ever wondered why it's not just safe, but one of the ultimate places to call home? Well, let me spill the beans. First things first, the Global Peace Index gives it a sparkling crown as the 4th safest country worldwide. With a smaller population and low crime rates, it's like living in a tranquil haven. Political stability is the name of the game here, and there's little unrest to rain on your parade. Now, here's where it gets interesting. New Zealand isn't just safe, it's a poster child for freedom. The government believes in letting you be, making it one of the world's freest nations. Safety isn't just about what's inside, it's also about what's outside. Nestled in the calm of the Southwest Pacific Ocean, New Zealand's a fortress against war. Yes, it's true that earthquakes and volcanic eruptions can shake things up a bit, but they've got your back with stringent building codes. And speaking of disasters, New Zealanders are like safety ninjas, always prepared for the unexpected. So if you're seeking safety and the sweet life, New Zealand is your dream come true. Ireland. Ireland, the hidden gem of safety and serenity. Wondering why it's not just safe, but also one of the best places to set your roots? Well, here's the scoop. Let's talk numbers first. Ireland serves as a minuscule murder rate with only 33 cases in the entire country in 2018. That's less than 1 per 100,000 people, leaving global averages in the dust. When it comes to violent crime, Ireland's on top of its game, boasting the 2nd lowest rate in the European Union in 2017, as per Eurostat. Now, peace and tranquility are not just words here. Ireland's history might have seen turmoil, but today, it's an oasis of calm. There's no major terrorism to worry about, and they are out of the conflict scene. Thanks to their policy of military neutrality and non-membership in NATO, they have created a safe haven that's truly hard to beat. So, if you are in the market for a safe and spectacular place to call home, Ireland is where the heart finds its peace. Denmark. Denmark, a top contender for the title of the world's safest and finest place to settle down. What's the secret sauce that makes it an idyllic haven? Let's dive in. First things first, the crime rate here is so low it will make your head spin. In 2018, they clocked in a mere 127 homicides, a drop in the ocean of safety. You can breathe easy in Denmark. Now, let's talk about the second point. A robust economy and a welfare system that's second to none. They are not just about economic stability, it's their social fabric. This safety net helps bridge gaps and keep unrest at bay, making Denmark a true haven of equality. Size does matter in this case. Denmark's small, close-knit population is like a well-tended garden, where law and order bloom effortlessly. It's easy to keep the peace when you're all on the same page. Denmark beckons with its low crime, economic strength, and unity. It's not just safe, it's a slice of serenity. Iceland. Iceland, the dream destination for safety seekers and happiness hunters. What sets this Nordic island apart as one of the best places to call home? Well, it's a combination of factors that make it a top pick for those in search of serenity. First, Iceland boasts incredibly low homicide rates and violent crime levels. Add to that the scarcity of small arms, ensuring that peace prevails in this stunning land of ice and fire. But that's not all. It's got its humanitarian game strong, with few refugees and internally displaced persons, contributing to an atmosphere of stability. One remarkable feature is its natural disaster record, virtually a safe haven with its low risk. Mother Nature seems to favor Iceland, making it an oasis of safety. Now let's talk gender equality. Iceland shines as a beacon of progress, ensuring a secure space for women. Their policies foster equality, creating a safe and empowering environment for all. In a world full of options, Iceland truly stands out as the safest and best place to plan your roots. Now, if you are wondering whether there are any actual ghost towns, click on the banner to get your answers. And it's a wrap for this video. Now, if you want to watch more of these, then make sure you subscribe to our channel. See you guys again with another interesting